Insis, an abbreviation of Indian New Small Arms System, is a family of infantry arms consisting of an assault rifle and a light machine gun, LMG. It is manufactured by the Ordnance Factories Board at Ordnance Factory Tiruchirappalli, Small Arms Factory Kanpur and Ishapur Arsenal. The Insis assault rifle is the standard infantry weapon of the Indian Armed Forces. In April 2015, the Indian government replaced some Insis rifles of the CRPF with AK-47s. In early 2017, it was announced that Insis rifles were to be retired and be replaced by imported weapons, with the reason for the phasing out being the rifle being ineffective at long range. History. Since the late 1950s, the Indian Armed Forces had been equipped with a locally produced unlicensed copy of the L1A1 self-loading rifles. In mid-1980s, the decision was taken to develop a 5.56 mm caliber rifle to replace the obsolete rifles. Trials on various prototypes based on the AKM were carried out by the Armament Research and Development Establishment, ARDE, in Pune. On the completion of the trial, the Indian Small Arms System, INSAS, was adopted in 1990. However, to phase out the still-in-use bolt-action Lee-Enfield rifles as quickly as possible, India had to acquire 100,000 7.62 x 39 mm AKM type rifles from Russia, Hungary, Romania, and Israel in 1990-92. Originally, 3 variants were planned in the INSAS system: a rifle, a carbine, and a squad automatic weapon, SA, or light machine gun, LMG. In 1997, the rifle and the LMG went into mass production. In 1998, the first INSAS rifles were displayed at the Republic Day Parade. The introduction of the rifle was delayed due to the lack of 5.56 x 45 mm ammunition. Large quantities of the same were bought from Israel Military Industries. The rifle first saw action during the Kargil War in 1999. Design. The Insis is primarily based on the AKM but incorporates features from other rifles. It has a chrome-plated bore. The barrel has a 6-groove rifling. The basic gas-operated long-stroke piston and the rotating bolt are similar to the AKM/AK-47. It has a manual gas regulator, similar to that of FN FAL, and a gas cutoff for launching grenades. The charging handle is on the left instead of on the bolt carrier, similar in operation to the HK-33. There is a change lever on the left side of the receiver above the pistol grip. It can fire a 3-round burst or in semi-automatic mode. The cyclic rate averages at 650 rpm. The transparent plastic magazine was adapted from the Steyr-AUG. The rear sight lies on one end of the breech cover and is calibrated to 400 meters. The furniture is either made for wood or polymer. The polymer butt and fore-end assemblies differ from the AKM and are more similar to that of IMI Galil. Some variants have a folding butt. A bayonet can also be attached to it. The guns take 20 or 30-round polymer magazines. The 30-round magazine is made for the LMG version, but can be also used in the rifle. The flash suppressor also accepts NATO specification rifle grenades. Issues. During the 1999 Kargil War, the rifles were used in the high altitudes of the Himalayas. There were complaints of jamming, the magazine cracking due to the cold and the rifle going into automatic mode when it was set for 3-round bursts. There was also a problem of oil being sprayed into the eye of the operator. Some injuries during firing practice were also reported. In 2001, the 1B1 variant was introduced to solve problems regarding the rifle's reliability back in the Kargil War, but it opened up other problems such as broken magazines. Similar complaints were also received from the Nepalese army. In August 2005, after 43 soldiers were killed in a clash with Maoists, a Nepalese army spokesman called the rifle substandard and their counterinsurgency operation would have been more efficient with better weapons. The Indian embassy released a statement that rejected the claim and attributed it to improper use. It also offered training for the rifle's correct use. On August 8, 2011, Pulam Raju, then Minister of State for Defense, replying to a question in the Lok Sabha said that all the reported problems had been rectified. Soon afterwards, in a press release, the Ministry of Defense reported the number and details of the injuries that had happened during firing practice since 2009. The statement also acknowledged the problem of oil sprays reported in 2003 and said that the problem had been completely fixed. The report attributed the injuries to improper usage and the rifle's material. In November 2014, the CRPF requested to drop the Insis as their standard rifle due to problems with reliability. The Director General of CRPF Dilip Trivedi said that the Insis jams more frequently compared to the AK-47 and the X-95. In December 2014, a parliamentary committee presented its report, after investigating why a high-quality assault rifle was not being produced. In 2015, a public interest litigation, PIL, was filed in the Delhi High Court by a retired lieutenant colonel. He claimed that the lack of a modern rifle was causing soldiers to lose their lives. In April 2015, the court asked the Ministry of Defense to file its response. The ministry defended the use of the rifle, saying that casualties cannot be blamed on the weapon as it was inducted after thorough trials and had undergone 3 major upgrades since. They also pointed out the rifle had been not blamed by the Court of Inquiries which had investigated the Naxalite operations. In November 2015, the court dismissed the petition stating that there was not enough evidence to show any defects in the Insis. It also noted the government was in the process of acquiring new rifles. Variants. Insis Standard Rifle. It is a gas-operated assault rifle. It can be fired in single-round or 3-round burst mode. A telescopic sight or a passive night sight can be mounted on it. It can take NATO standard 5.56 x 45 mm SS-109 and M193 ammunition. It comes with a bayonet. It has a mount point for the Arde 40 mm under-barrel grenade launcher, along with a gas block for launching grenades and grenade iron sights. The flash suppressor has a blank firing adapter. It also has a foldable butt version. An Insis assault rifle with black furniture, incorporating full auto mode, was introduced later. The automatic assault rifle has the same range of 400 m as the semi-automatic standard Insis rifle. LMG. The LMG, light machine gun, differs from the standard rifle in possessing a longer range of 700 m, as compared to 400 m range of Insis standard and assault rifles. It has a longer and heavier barrel with revised rifling, and a bipod. The LMG version uses 30-round magazines and can also accept the 20-round Insis AR magazine. This model fires in semi and full auto. It also has a foldable butt version. Excalibur, Calantake, and Amok. The Excalibur, with a range of 400 m, can be used for battlefield engagements as well as for close combat. It is lighter and shorter as compared to the automatic Insis assault rifle. The Calantake Micro Assault Rifle, with a range of 300 m, is for close combat and personnel defense weapon roles. The Amok Carbine, with a range of 200 m, is specially designed for close quarter battle roles. Replacements. Global tender. In November 2011, the Indian Army sent a request for proposal, RFP, to 34 vendors for 65,678 multi-caliber rifles for about 2,500 crore, $400 million. The tender also included a license to manufacture about 100,000 more rifles in India, with the total expenditure of the phasing out estimated at 500 crore, $900 million. Similar tenders for a carbine and a LMG were also issued. Specifications. The Insis is a modular weapon system, with ability to fire both 5.56 x 45 mm and 7.62 x 39 mm by changing the magazines and the barrels. The 5.56 x 45 mm was to be used in conventional warfare and 7.62 x 39 mm in close quarters combat and in counter-terrorism operations. The rifle was to have mount points for under-barrel grenade launchers and reflex sights. The rifle's weight with an empty magazine would be less than 3.6 kilograms. The barrels for both calibers would be less than 16 inches. Trials and cancellation. In the winter of 2013 in Let, the Army was expected to begin the winter trials of the shortlisted rifles, Beretta ARX 160 from Italy, CZ805 Bren from Czech Republic, ACE-1 of Israel Weapon Industries, Sig Sauer SG 551 from Switzerland and the Colt Combat Rifle from the USA, a variant of the M16A1 made for the Indian Army's requirements. By February 2014, the 4 rifles remaining in the competition were the CZ805, ARX 160, Galil Ace, and Colt Combat Rifle. The Indian Army began the final round of trials for its requirement for 5.56 mm carbines in June 2014. The remaining rifles were the Beretta ARX 160, Colt M4, and IWI Galil Ace. By October 2014, only the Galil Ace and ARX 160 were left in the competition. However, the Army sent a letter to the manufacturers on June 15, 2015, to notify them that the tender has been retracted. Excalibur. After the cancellation of the tender, in July 2015, it was reported that the Insis may be replaced by the modified Insis rifle, Mir, which is based on the Excalibur variant. The decision was taken by General Dalbir Singh, who wanted an indigenous rifle. The prototype had 2 stoppages after firing 24,000 rounds, which was very close the Army's specification of 1 stoppage. It was also reported that another prototype of Excalibur, AR-2, was being prepared which would fire 7.62 x 39 mm rounds of the AK-47. The prototype incorporates a direct gas tapping angle to reduce the recoil. The rifle would have automatic and single-shot modes. The 3-round burst mode of the Insis has been dropped. The rifle would have a folding butt and a standard Picatinny rail. By September 2015, it had passed the water and mud tests, which 4 of the foreign rifles in the tender competition had failed. It was also reported 200 rifles were being manufactured and that prototype would undergo formal trials in late 2015. Trici Assault Rifle. Meanwhile, an AK-47-based rifle, called the Trici Assault Rifle or TAF, is being tested by the Ordnance Factory Trici. It was first unveiled in May 2011. In January 2012, it was reported to be having stoppages during tests due to its high 800 rpm firing rate. It was to be downgraded to 650 rpm to ensure smoother operation, but it also delayed its introduction. The TAF can be fired in single, burst and full auto mode. It's available with fixed butt, side folding and under folding butt models. It's reported that the CRPF has approved the use of the Trici for its forces after it passed quality assessment tests in 2017. It was placed into service with the Chhattisgarh Police. INSAS. In December 2012, the Defense Research and Development Organization, DRDO, announced that it was testing a multi-caliber rifle. The prototype rifle named Multi-Caliber Individual Weapon System, INSAS, was unveiled in 2014 by Armament Research and Development Establishment, ARDE. The INSAS is capable of being fitted with a barrel which can fire 5.56 x 45 mm, 6.8 x 43 mm or 7.62 x 39 mm ammunition. The gun is made up of high-grade aluminum alloy. The modular design of INSAS helps the soldier to strip and assemble the gun much more easily by removing a pin. The rivetless design helps it to withstand stress in combat environment. The ARDE 40mm under-barrel grenade launcher can be attached to it. It has some ambidextrous features which makes it comparable to other modern assault rifles. Reissue of Global Tender. On September 27, 2016, the Indian Defence Ministry reissued an RFI, Request for Information, for a 7.62 x 51 mm assault rifle which could complement the Insis. The parameters which are mentioned by MOD are: the rifle should be lightweight. The minimum effective range should be 500 meters. These rifles should have duly optimized recoil. Accuracy should be better than 3 MOA up to 500 m. Users: Bhutan, used by the Royal Bhutan Army. India, the assault rifle and LMG variants have been adopted by the Indian Armed Forces, Central Armed Police Forces, Indian Paramilitary Forces and Police Forces. Nepal, the Nepalese army had about 25,000 rifles in 2006, supplied at a 70% subsidy by India. Oman, in 2010, the Royal Army of Oman started using the Insis rifles sent to them as per a defence agreement signed in 2003 between India and Oman. Swaziland. Insis rifle. Type assault rifle. Place of origin India. Service history. In service 1998-2017, India. Used by sea users. Wars: Kargil War, Nepalese Civil War, Naxalite Maoist insurgency. Production history. Designer Armament Research and Development Establishment, ARDE. Manufacturer Ordnance Factories Board, OFB. Variants: see Variants. Specifications. Weight 4.15 kilograms, without magazine. Length 960 mm, 37.8 in. Barrel length 464 mm, 18.3 in. Cartridge 5.56 x 45 mm NATO. Action gas operated, rotating bolt. Rate of fire 600 to 650 rounds/min. Muzzle velocity 900 m/s, 2,953 feet/s. Effective firing range 400 m. Insis rifle. 600 m point target. 700 m area target. Insis LMG. Feed system 20 or 30 round detachable box magazine. Sights: inbuilt iron sights, mount point for telescopic or night sight.
Please subscribe and thanks for watching.